Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Scott and Jaime Show. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jaime.
And we're continuing the same format that we did last week, Jaime, where we asked people to write in the questions or the situations they want us to talk about on the Scott and Jaime Show, and then we go for it.
Awesome. So last week, somebody else wrote in.
Yeah, that was Melinda last week, and this week it's Lauren. And Lauren's question, I'm going to read it right from Facebook, the Facebook. All right.
Hopefully a one take.
All right, one take this time, right? Lauren writes, using positive psychology principles in everyday situations, please discuss that.
Okay, I have a perfect one.
I figured you would.
Thanks.
Okay.
So, as you know, I took a group of educators to Australia.
Right, that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So we are in Sydney on our way for a 15-hour flight to Dallas, not Dulles, and then a short layover and then another flight into DC. And I'm checking in, so I have 10 passports. I check in, and the service was terrible.
What airline was it?
I'm not going to say.
All right.
I'm not going to say. So the service was terrible. They were really rude to us. It took us a while to check in, and we all got through the check-in part, and we're all sort of grumpy. And I was like, ooh, it just made me so upset, and I'm about to get on a plane for 15 hours. So I said, ooh, we cannot, I don't want to be upset for 15 hours. That's going to ruin my whole day, and being on a plane for 15 hours is not my best experience of a day anyway. So I said, ladies, because it was all women on this trip, with the exception of Jeff, let's dance. So we got out our iPad, we put on the music, and everybody in my group did the wobble.
Ooh.
In front of security.
What is the wobble?
Well, Scott, you'll have to look it up.
Is it it's some kind of...
It's a dance.
It's a
you
dance.
do like this.
Like this?
Then you do like that.
And like that? Okay.
And then you do some steps and whatever.
Do you do
and
hokey
it
pokey?
was hysterical.
That's cool.
It was hysterical. And at the end of 2 minutes of wobbling, we were all laughing and had a great time and had a wonderful experience. So PERMA.
That is very PERMA, and PERMA is the acronym we use, which positive psychologists talk about that. If you really truly want to find ways in which to feel better in everyday activities, you don't have to do the extraordinary things.
Right.
In fact, we spend too much time on the extraordinary, which is so rare and fleeting, and so little time on the ordinary. So find ways in which to increase your positive emotions. Find ways in which to engage in activities that make you lose a sense of time. Build positive win-win relationships. Find more meaning and purpose in your life and achieve more and accomplish more. That's what PERMA stands for. I'll put the acronym up right there for you. It was something that came about from a very famous positive psychologist called Martin Seligman. For me, what I do is I keep a PERMA container.
Okay.
Right? And that PERMA container includes about 15 activities that I do when I am feeling, during everyday events, everyday situations, not feeling particularly good. So I go into the PERMA container and I pick 3 possibilities. Randomly pick them, and then I choose one of them. So a couple of weekends ago I was feeling a little down. I'm dating someone new right now who I'm really into, and he's away visiting his family right now, so I was feeling a little sad that I had the weekend and he wasn't there. So I went into the PERMA container and I picked out 3 things, and one of them was to blog. And so I blogged that week about how I was feeling, and it made me feel so much better.
Yeah.
And it was a very ordinary thing to do. So the key with practicing positive psychology, it's about doing. Right? Positive psychology is about how do you go from being just okay to flourishing.
Yeah.
And it's about doing things to get you there. It's about practicing things to get you there. It's not about just reading. It's not about just thinking. It's about doing.
And I think it's really so much of what we teach is about, it's your attitude about it. It's not what's happening to you. It's how you do with what's happening to you.
You cannot control the events around you. The only thing you can control is how you react to those events.
So you were lonely, or I was upset with the customer service. The customer service did not change.
No.
It did not get better because I practiced PERMA. How I felt about it got better.
And poof, my boyfriend didn't just suddenly appear.
Right.
It still existed, the situation, but I felt differently about it.
Yeah.
And that is what's so important, is that you practice it. Remember, positive psychology is not the absence of unhappiness. It's about knowing what to do when you go there.
Yeah.
And it's very ordinary.
It is. Thanks,
And amazing.
Lauren.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren, very much. And that's all we have for this week.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.